Is it dumb or is it malice? I've got no idea. No, he's had to kill you, Charlie. This is trauma. Sneako has left you with trauma. He's such a drone. It's crazy.
The argument.
This is actually, you're right. This is another victim of the I called Mr. Girl a pedophile curse. Oh, this is always the funniest quote. I'm not a debater. I just have conversations. Wait, but his one was optically worse. His one was optically worse. Why do people talk about that one? Why do people care about that? Like, it's so pathetic, man. So after the Critical versus Sneako debate last night, where they debated the age of consent and Critical advocated for 9-year-olds getting sex change surgery, and Sneako advocated for abolishing the age of consent in favor of an age of marriage, which is the moment the girl is pubescent and the father consents. Critical somehow lost. Somehow Critical lost. And has been getting a lot of shit for it. It's been looking very stupid. People are realizing finally that people such as myself, or contrarians at times, were actually correct the whole time. And not Sneako, Critical is a total bot NPC who is programmed by Twitter and Reddit to repeat the most popular take that day and rake in endless cash. And people are finally seeing that after he struggles to defend one of the most... Yeah, most people would consider this just like a given, you know, the age of consent. You walk into, you're debating why it's bad to rape kids. Most people would think this is an easy debate to win, but it wasn't for Critical. It wasn't. It was not for Charlie. It went terribly. And so we covered that last night, okay? And now we're going to cover the cope stream that he had afterwards. Let's take a look.
Hey. No chess. I'll probably do Marvel Rivals later, though. I know they added ranked, so that'll probably be at least fun for a little bit. Oh, I forgot to turn on the claw. Hold on.
Got to turn on his claw machine, guys. Didn't turn on the claw machine. Guys, the 30-year-old man didn't turn on his claw machine.
Thanks, membership, Christian. The resub combat.
Please address the allegations of your top guy, King Starly the First, bullying your Discord users. I'm fine with bullying. I'm fine with a bit of mod abuse to bully. Please just don't ban or chase off people that I may want on stream. Okay, that's the only limit. All right, just don't chase them off. Totally. Okay? Do not get rid of them. Bullying's fine though.
No, Marvel Rivals just introduced the rank. They didn't have it the last time we played. I did not watch the opening ceremony of the Olympics. Thanks, resub Scoots. I saw bits and pieces of the Marvel Rivals trailer, but I didn't watch the whole thing. I'll pull it up, though. I know they did one, like, for oh, it's for everybody. I saw the Magic one. Hey, Brendan. How do you make Sneako seem smart?
Okay, here we go.
I don't know if that's what came across, but I saw the response, which blows my fucking mind. Multiple times, he said that fucking 14 and in a case a 12-year-old can marry an adult. I will never agree with that. I don't know how that makes him seem smart.
No one, dude, he's so dense. It's crazy how fucking dumb this guy is. Is it dumb or is it malice? I've got no idea. It's not about whether you agree with the conclusion. Almost nobody is saying, oh yeah, actually, you know what? I'm on board with Sneako as well, do you know? I actually don't think he's about to marry 12-year-olds. Nobody's saying that, dog. Nobody's saying that. Literally nobody, I'm just a single person saying that. But the point is that he argued it better. He argued an insane position better than you could argue a totally normal position, a totally reasonable, widely accepted position.
Smart. Like a bunch of debate bro lingo, sure, I'm not a debater. I didn't know it was going to be a debate. He said if I wanted to talk, I thought it was just going to be a conversation.
And this is insane cope too. You think Sneako wanted to, you think after the amount of shit you and Sneako have talked, that he wasn't going to come in for going for the throat? He did, when he brought you in, he wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm going to end this guy right now. You think Sneako's just reaching out to just like, but, oh yeah, I just want to have a chat. No, he's had to kill you, Charlie.
Not a stream or debate. But I don't understand how anyone walks away thinking that that's smart. He point blank multiple times said, yes, an adult can marry a child if the parents say it's okay. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, they were pointing guns at each other over a camera a year ago.
It's cultural. The West used to do that as well. Used to. Yes. We also used to eat our own fucking poop, but we evolve. We get better. We grow. We learn.
He just doesn't get... He's like...
Man. And I've never been particularly shy about my stance on trans people. I don't know why people are so surprised. I've never hated trans people or anything, or like transitioning. So I don't understand.
That's all... Dude, no one's surprised that you're just like kind of pro-trans. You were saying 9-year-olds should be able to get sex reassignment surgery.
Where all of this is coming from. I appreciate it, Haley. And yeah, I saw the derailing train guy. The kids, though, is wildin'. I mean, young people transition. Like, it is a thing that happens. It's not like that. It's a long process. At least my understanding of it is. It's not like you say, hey, I'm ready to transition.
See, look, I hate this. I hate how lazy everyone is. I hate... Guys, listen, I don't want to suck my own dick, but I feel like when I start saying something like this, if I'm like, oh, you know, I think it's this way, and I've impressed on it, I feel like usually what ends up happening is we go to Google, and we just sort of look up a bit of information and just, you know, try and fill in the gaps. But these people are so fucking lazy and pathetic. They don't actually want to know the truth. They're just trying to figure out where the line is, where the acceptable opinion is. They're not actually trying to go and get a good understanding of what they're talking about. I just, it blows my mind. You have Google in front of you, bro. You've got your fucking browser open right now.
And you go in and immediately get surgery. Like, it's a long process that takes tons and tons of decision making. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know why it became such a huge issue that somehow is overlooking the numerous amount of times that Sneako said literal 12 to 16-year-olds can marry full-grown adults. It doesn't compute. Like, I don't get it. Like, I'm not a debater, like I said, so maybe I couldn't articulate points enough.
Dude, I'm not a debater is always the biggest con.
Which is fine, because like I said, I didn't go into a debate. He said we were just going to talk. I thought we were going to have a conversation, which is why I asked, or when he asked if I was recording it, I said I don't have to do that. We can just talk. I didn't know he was streaming for a debate.
Like, I don't know that I believe this. I don't know that I believe this. Really? You didn't know that Sneako was going to be straight? Why would you think he was... Did he ask? He asked. Do we have evidence? If someone can link me Sneako asking about the streaming, then link it to me. I don't buy that. I was just totally blindsided by, oh, this Sneako was going to stream it. Dude, he's a streamer. He's always streaming.
So then it became debate topics as opposed to a conversation. But even in that context...
Why would he want to talk to Moist Critical off stream? What sense does that make?
Numerous fucking times. He said 12 to 16 can marry and fuck adults. That's crazy. And probably we did another spicy thing for BK, but it wasn't really spicy. But like the thing is, again, everyone's so upset with my position on trans people, which is really surprising to me. And I think maybe people just have this idea that when you transition, it's like that. So like a 9-year-old goes in and immediately has their dick cut off, like Sneako kept saying. I don't know if he really believes that or if it's just hyperbole. But I gave him the benefit of the doubt that he was just using hyperbole.
Well, he asked you a very clear question. He was asking, should someone be able to get sex reassignment surgery at age 9? He was asking that, and you said yes. That at age 9, they should be able to get that. I just thought it was hyperbole. What do you mean? You say it's very clear. He's asking when surgery happens. They are 9 years old. That is what.
And I was going to ask that, Christian, but I didn't get a chance. Because Sneako believes that there's mature 12-year-olds. So then I don't know why he would have a problem with Ava talking to a 13-year-old if it was a mature 13-year-old in his eyes, like to Sneako. I don't get it.
Well, it was a boy, first of all. And second of all, when Sneako says mature, well, I mean, and they weren't marrying them either. It's about, there's so many reasons why Sneako would have an issue with that. It's about, when he says mature, he's talking about puberty. That's what Sneako means when he says mature. He's saying physically mature, sexually mature, has been through puberty, can have kids. That's what Sneako's saying when he says mature. He's not saying grown up. He's not saying, you know, adult, aware of the world, you know, has a good grasp on life. He's saying pubescent. That's what Sneako's saying. Yeah, exactly. His problems with Chris would be no parental permission, it's gay, it's degenerate, it's casual sex, they weren't getting married. Yeah, there's so many reasons that... I don't think the kid was pubescent. There's so many reasons that Sneako would have a problem with the Chris Tyson stuff. So I don't know how he can be so lost on this.
But he doesn't like Ava, which is why that was different. Do you think he's a bad person? I don't walk away from it thinking he's a bad person. I think he's a very confused person.
Yeah, Sneako seemed like the one who was confused in that debate. I think Sneako's pretty certain, actually. He's certain that it shouldn't be an age of consent. Oh, man.
Yeah, sweet. Thanks for that, Pandora. This has been a really fucking frustrating week, honestly. Usually internet shit doesn't get to me, but this week has been really miserable. Like, unironically.
Oh.
Getting called a transphobe, like, all kinds of stuff, and now getting called the opposite. Like, it's actually unreal.
Oh, he
like,
can't
the internet's
take it.
reached the point where no matter what...
It's the first time he's gotten criticism. He never gets any shit. This guy is like, literally, he never gets any shit, ever. No one ever goes to see, even though he has totally fucked stuff. He falsely accused Maximilian Muz of running a pedo ring. He totally, mischaracterized repeatedly Vegan Gains and talked mad shit on him. He has gone so hard after other people, said so much insane shit, gotten away with so much, and then the one time people, Sneako catches him lacking and fucking chokes him on stream with a smug little grin on his face. The internet's been so miserable this week. People calling me a transphobe. Now people are saying I'm transphilic. Get over yourself. You're such a fucking loser.
You can't win. If someone's made their mind up about you, or if you have something that disagrees, it actually, you are the worst person to them, and they will spin it in any way possible. Which blows my fucking mind. And it's just really nauseating. We did the gummy bear, the 9 million Scoville one.
Wait, no, remember the last time he got criticism? Remember what happened the last time he got criticism? Mew Kitty found dead in Tampa, Florida. That's what happened the last time this guy got criticism, okay?
Yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. It's just the state of it. No, Burger King is just not good in general. It's almost never good. And yeah, Code Lyoko was great, but I don't know if it was ahead of its time. Thanks, Whisker, or Whiskey. And I didn't hear about the fire tornado. And I haven't picked up any Bloomberg yet. It came out today. No, I did not see that. Nick's, I'll have to check that out in a little bit. I liked Code Lyoko growing up. I thought it was good. You literally said kids can make life-altering decisions. Kids don't even know what they want every day. They like... Yes, you're right. You know what they also can't do? Consent to marrying an adult.
Then why didn't you say that? Why didn't you say neither should be happening, Charlie? Then why didn't you say that? Why did you instead go, yeah, I think 9-year-olds should have to get sex reassignment surgery? Well, you go, no, I don't think either of those things would be okay. A child obviously can't make that kind of decision. Why didn't you say that?
I feel like there's this huge misconception with transitioning. I think that might be where this is stemming from.
Uh-huh. Do you?
Like, I really think that this has to just be some kind of misunderstanding. Like, to give a charitable explanation. Again, no kid is going in saying, I want to transition, and a doctor's coming in with a fucking scalpel and cock remover. Like, that's not happening.
Dude. I think describing trans surgery is probably the worst time his gay video personality could slip out. The scalpel and dick remover. It's not like a doctor comes in with the scalpel and dick remover. Dude. You're wilding. You are. This is trauma. This is trauma. Sneako has left you with trauma.
No. It's just Magic and One Piece at the moment, St. Clair, and Yu-Gi-Oh! You made an anime opening? You're gonna be playing Assassin's Creed? Yeah, it doesn't look good. Maybe there's like really fringe cases where that happens, but that's...
Okay, wait. We keep
takes
getting
years and years and years. So, like, it's not immediately going in and having it happen. Maybe there's like really fringe cases where that happens, but that's not what I'm referring to.
What does he mean it's not what he's referring? I just don't get how you can say that's not what I was referring to. Sneako presented a hypothetical and you agree. It was what you... Okay. Whatever, man.
There's a new Uzumaki trailer. I thought that already came out. You're talking about the Netflix one? I think people are misconstruing what you mean when you say transitioning. First thing people think of is physical surgery. That's what I'm saying. I think it might just be like a complete misunderstanding. Like, to be very charitable. I like to imagine most of the people that watch my shit don't have hatred in their heart for others like that. So I'm hoping it's just a misunderstanding. Like, I'm hoping you're right. That'd be super disappointing. Because I've never been, like, quiet. Like, I don't hate trans people or anything. I've never heard of Karate Survivor. And I saw that last night, Solar. Like, the Cliff Notes. And that's fine, Lawman. I think that's a totally fine thing. That doesn't bother me. It's Risa Blue.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, the Deadpool movie is pretty good. Your logic makes no sense. I think with child marriage, this is just a misunderstanding. What? That doesn't apply at all. What the fuck? These are like the most ridiculous arguments, man. What?
Oh, man. He's ruminating on this.
No, EDF came out, I just haven't played it yet. And yeah, I'm excited for the Bloomberg set. I was mocking you. Yeah, it's a terrible mock, though. Like, you put it in quotes like you're not mocking anything. You're just making a dog shit point.
Yeah, get him in VC, Charlie. Charlie, Disco do ban.
Like, I don't understand how in 2024, the big 2024, saying a 12-year-old cannot be a physically, mentally mature adult capable of marrying an adult is a hot take. Like, that under no circumstances should be, like, some kind of debate.
He's so retarded. He's so dumb. Why is it a hot take? Why does everyone care about it so much? Because your argument sucked. It's like he can't see past the conclusion. He can't see past the Twitter soundbite where he says pedo bad. It's just pure, I said the right thing. I was saying the right thing. It's so pathetic. He's such a drone. It's crazy.
The argument. Like, anything under 18 being unacceptable, like, being bad, is somehow contentious. Like, I don't get it. Saying a 9-year-old can get sex reassignment surgery is literally just as bad as supporting child marriage, you lunatic. No one's saying a 9-year-old is gonna go get their dick cut off and I'm gonna be pumping my fist about it. I was assuming, and maybe this was too charitable, he was just talking about the process of transitioning young. That is a process that's years of therapy. Years and years before, and I'm sure there's fringe cases. I'm sure you can point to fringe cases, you always can.
Dude.
Medication.
You were being asked a hypothetical. You asked a very clear question.
Way before there's ever any kind of fucking surgery. Obviously, no one's... I assumed the question was about transitioning in general, which I've never been shy about talking about. People should be able to make whatever decisions they want with their own body. When it comes to someone that is under 18 making a decision for their body, they can make that decision. I'm not talking about them going and getting their whole cock cut off without giving any thought to it. It's a years-long process that if they and their family have gone through and talked through everything, then I'm not going to go there and fucking stop them. That's up to them. That's a fine thing if they want to do that.
The idea that you think minds can make that choice. Dude, I feel like it's just such an easy gift. Most people are not... Almost like, I feel like I don't even see trans people pushing for minors getting sex reassignment surgery very often. I feel like they fight the puberty blocker stuff really hard. That kind of it makes sense why, from their perspective, you would want puberty blockers. Right? Because that is something that it kind of has to... Those can only be used then. Sure, spud gun. There are obviously some that are higher than their power level, but that's like the case with everything. Yeah, and I'm sure this is the attitude. It's not happening, but if it does happen, it's good. But it just does. It's not really like a big thing. It's not like a. If you say, I don't think under 18 should be having sex reassignment surgery. If you said that, I don't think you would get a lot of flack. I can't see there would be a lot of flack. Be like, yeah, I support trans healthcare. I support trans healthcare for minors. I don't believe you should be getting sex reassignment surgery under 18, though. I feel like that would go down perfectly fine with, like, 95%, 96%. Like, super high.
And then they can get the surgery when they get older. If they...
Emery super chatted $1.99. If Sneako left him like this, imagine Afterm Girl.
Thank you for the $1.99. Dude, I would love to see Mr. Girl get a chance with Most Critical. Holy fuck. There is nothing I would want more, bro. That would be so good. I'm really hoping as well, because Sneako debated him into talking to Nick Fuentes. He said at the end, he was like, will you talk to Fuentes? And Charlie was like, yeah, sure, I talked to him. Yeah, I talked to him. I hope that fucking happens. That'd be hilarious, man. That'd be hilarious. That'd be so good.
Want to continue going down there. That's not me. Like, that's not my place to interject and say that they're wrong for it.
Charlie was positive. Charlie said that Mr. Girl's music was funny and good and whatever, but he also called Mr. Girl a pedophile for the Cuties review and blew him up hard. What he's mentioned, and I can fantasize about whatever I want. Him, Showing Head and Deadwing Dork.
This is so fucking frustrating.
What a great start.
Children can't consent, why can they do surgery? They're not... I'm not saying they can do surgery. I thought we were talking about the whole process of getting to that point. I thought that's what the conversation was about. I thought he was just using hyperbole with the snipping dick off thing.
He's seething. He's so pissed.
But it's what's mind-boggling to me is that that's the big takeaway from our whole conversation. None of him talking about actual fucking 12 to 16-year-olds marrying adults. Like, it blows my fucking mind. That's somehow the takeaway.
Because it's for two reasons. It's because, one, Sneako argued it better, even if his conclusion is insane. And two, nobody's expecting anything of Sneako. Everyone's going in. The majority of people, Sneako benefits from this. It is the homeless crackhead effect. You never fight someone with nothing to lose, okay? You never fight someone who has nothing to lose. Sneako had no optics to salvage. The cuck. Obviously, what people say about him, I'm not just insulting Sneako like this. He's a cuck. He's gay. He's a pedophile. He's a Nazi. Like, what are you gonna call this guy? How can this guy's optics get any worse? He's a Muslim and a fake Muslim, so he pisses off everyone. So, like, it can't get any worse. He's got nothing to lose. You simply don't go into a fight with someone like that. It's very retarded. Especially not on a topic like age of consent. Because if he's going to just bite every bullet, which he can, because no one gives a fuck, it's very easy to dog walk you.
Did you know most of the world doesn't let you drive till you're 18? I don't know the rest of the fucking world. No, I didn't know it was 18 to drive in other parts of the world. Couldn't tell you. All I know is that the take of if you can drive a car, you can get married is fucking crazy to me. In the US, 15 or 16. And then even in certain cases, in Sneako's Utopia, 12. Like, that's crazy. Earlier in our conversation, he point blank said 12 is too young. And then towards the end, when I said, well, what if it's a mature 12-year-old?
Oh, he said, you asked him, is 12 too young generally? And Sneako said, yeah, generally 12 is too young. Because what Sneako is saying is generally 12-year-olds haven't, gone through puberty. Generally. They haven't, finished puberty. That's what he was saying. Generally, a 12-year-old's father is not gonna agree to let you marry their kid. That's generally the case.
He said, yep, then that's fine. There's no such thing as a fucking mature 12-year-old. And the fact that that's something that no one's talking about blows my fucking mind. And it's all the focus on how I feel about transitioning. When people think I'm talking...
Muslim countries don't go by finished puberty, they go by an onset of puberty. Well, Sneako would bite that bullet too.
About a child going in and getting their whole fucking dick cut off, when I was not under the impression that that's what we were talking about. It's been a brutal fucking week, because again, it's, no matter what, it's a lose-lose. I was a transphobe to a lot of people 12 hours ago. Now, it's swung the total opposite direction. And yet, nothing else. Nothing else. It's just such a fucking terrible landscape.
Sneako claimed he started puberty at 17. Well, yeah, that's just because he's retarded. He probably went through, like, some fucking, like, went through rapid growth and development at, like, 16 or 15 or something. But obviously, yeah, he didn't start puberty at 17. That's obviously insane. He came off of blockers at 17.
Yes, I know the age of consent is, as Sneako loved to remind me, the age of consent is 16 in a lot of places. That doesn't make it fine. Like, it's still...
Which means that doesn't make it fine. Your argument was we've all agreed on 18. Your argument was everyone's agreed on 18. Everyone's agreed on 18. No, that's not even the case in your country. In the majority of your country, that is not even the case.
It doesn't make it okay for someone fucking 25-year-olds to be fucking a 16-year-old in the UK.
It's not just in the UK, bro. What's all this heat for the UK about? Why you act like we're pedophiles? That's over half of your states, Charlie. Over half of the states in your country allow that.
Like, I don't know how we've reached this point where this becomes such a fucking hot button issue. Yeah, I saw the Dr. K stuff as well.
This is actually, you're right. This is another victim of the I called Mr. Girl a pedophile curse. Yet another one.
I don't know if that's true or not, Spooky, but I thought that's what it was. He pushed back on it. Yeah, I thought in the UK, the 16-year-old consent was only for people in their own age bracket, but I mean, maybe, I'm guessing he's done his research on age of consent. I have no fucking clue. I couldn't tell you. It's just this unbelievable fucking culture war on nothing. On actually nothing.
Bro's in shell shock.
It wasn't supposed to be a debate, man. I'm not a debater. He said, do you want to talk about it? I thought we were just going to talk. In the beginning of the stream, he said, are you recording it? I said, no, I don't need to do that. But I can if you want. And then...
Monk super chatted $5. The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice.
Yes, most wise, most wise. Thank you, Monk. Thank you for the $5. Wise.
He was streaming it. I wasn't going into a debate. He asked to just talk so he could explain his perspective on the age of consent. I'm not a debater. I don't do that. I have conversations. I'm always willing to talk to people.
Oh, this is always the funniest quote. I'm not a debater. I just have conversations.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird one missed.
Like, subscribe, donate, buy / gift a membership, or send a super chat if you've ever found yourself trapped in an age of consent debate online. That's a great point, Bud. Guys, let's actually talk about that for a moment. Let's just draw some attention to this. I feel like not enough attention has been drawn to this stream. There are 206 people approximately here at this very moment. Concurrent viewership of about 206. It says on my back end here. Now, there's 130 likes. That's a problem, because what that means is there's about 70 people, at least, who haven't liked the stream, which I'm not a fan of. Not a fan of that at all. So if you guys could like the stream, also subscribe to the channel. If you're not in chat, you may not have been forced to yet. Also, you can donate by going to the donation link at the top of the chat if you'd like to support me financially. You can also buy a membership, gift a membership. That can be sent to someone randomly in the chat. You can also buy a super chat to highlight your message and have it read out on TTS. I hate freeloaders. I fucking hate freeloaders. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you for liking the stream. Okay. Go to reddit.com/r/Kuihman, discord.gg/Kuihman, twitter.com/Kuihman. Thank you. I did that once. It didn't read out my dono. It filters some if you say rude things.
Yeah, I talked about the dark oxygen. It's pretty cool shit. Don't know the implications yet, but it could be really cool. And I saw the Joe Biden replacement theory, yeah.
Well.
I mean, I'm always honest. It's been a rough week. It's been pretty stressful. It is what it is. Happens. It's just in the way of the world.
This guy's just in
I didn't
total
see
shock.
The couch is taking flight, and I haven't seen Twisters either.
Food Shops super chatted $9.99. This is like the #1 state karate guy getting insta-deleted by the regarded protagonist who obsesses over this one moment for the rest of their life and becomes a loser.
Thank you for the $9.99, Max.
Yeah, I saw the Dr. K stuff as well. I don't know if that's true or not, Spooky, but I thought that's what it was. He pushed back on it. Yeah, I thought in the UK, the 16-year-old consent was only for people in their own age bracket, but, I mean, maybe, I'm guessing he's done his research on age of consent. I have no fucking clue. I couldn't tell you. It's just this unbelievable fucking culture war on nothing. On actually nothing.
Maybe get your information from somewhere other than, like, Twitter, okay? Maybe, like, think about things before you say them. Maybe consider your positions, consider your opinions. Think about what you truly believe about something, not just what YouTube wants you to say about it. Yeah, he's just looping. He's just sitting here, he's ruminating on it. Messages are going up in chat. You know, he's reading them all. He's sitting there staring at them. He's looking over Twitter. He's seeing the clips of him saying, yeah, it's okay for 9-year-olds to get their dicks cut off.
It wasn't supposed to be a debate, man. I'm not a debater. He said, do you want to talk about it? I thought we were just going to talk. In the beginning of the stream, he said, are you recording it? I said, no, I don't need to do that, but I can if you want.
Oh,
and then
man.
He was streaming it. I wasn't going into a debate. He asked to just talk so he could explain his perspective on the age of consent. I'm not a debater. I don't do that. I have conversations. I'm always willing to talk to people. Yeah, it's definitely a weird one, Mist. Yeah, I talked about the dark oxygen. It's pretty cool shit. Don't know the implications yet, but it could be really cool. And I saw the Joe Biden replacement theory, yeah.
Did I go back? Did I actually go back?
It is. It's been a rough week.
He did
it's been
say
pretty stressful. It is what it is. Honest. It is. It's been a rough week. It's been pretty stressful. It is what it is. Happens. It's just in the way of the world. No, I didn't see the couches taking flight, and I haven't seen Twisted.
Yeah, this... How'd it go back?
What? What is that mode? Oh, sorry. I misread what you said. No, I see what you're saying. And yeah, I saw that pool. No, I haven't seen this yet. I just saw clips.
Okay,
like, actually good trailer. What did they say at the end? Oh, is this a real thing? His mascot, then? He's coming. Isn't the Japanese government mad about Assassin's Creed? Marble runs. Probably the grapes. Marqueef. I think grapes would be easier.
Okay, why do we...
Have you heard of Half Sword? Yes, I have.
Do you keep going here, or do you want me to the next spot?
I like Junji Ito, and I know Uzumaki. This trailer. Oh wow, 4 years ago.
30 separate couples to play.
Thanks for the big tier 2 XN. You plan on putting One Piece TCG content on skill check or just Magic? No, One Piece as well. Thanks membership net. You see how the Olympics is letting a child rapist compete? Yeah, fuck from the rest, this guy. Hey Milky, I'm super sorry to hear that. I hope things improve. Thanks for the generosity. Mellow Jello. Directly to ammo. So much. Blasted through Punk Hazard. Go for it, Bronze. I didn't watch the opening ceremony.
Jesus Christ, man.
It wasn't supposed to be anything more than that.
Okay, here we go.
Like it a lot. That's what it was supposed to be, Archive. It wasn't supposed to be anything more than that.
Dude.
Yeah, I saw the new Mortal Kombat stuff. Do some rivals tonight. I didn't even know they were doing drops for it. There's multiple new strats for Outlast.
Are your streams always like this, or is this especially
what my best
bad?
time was, though.
Like, honestly, what is going on here?
It's got good tech. Do a little review on The Boys Season 4. Two Thors coming tomorrow also. Wow. Thanks for some sloth.
Did you talk about while he's gaming, or does he get off of it? This game is good. This game is good.
There you go.
Okay.
Supreme hypermasculine talkers versus soy pedophile debaters.
Thank you for the $4.20, Paragon.
Watch, yeah. Already started.
He's making me want to
I'll be fine with it, and then I'll just watch it. Keep in mind, One Pace hasn't finished Wano. Is other? Okay, I'll run it. Back hero shooters for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know if it's anything yet. It might just be when you win.
Paralyzed. Overwatch. Oh, Dankin made a new call. Oh.
About
Hey.
2 hours to get
What
maps.
up?
What about it?
Wildly in that direction.
No, Hulk does not use a gun.
Kind of low.
God damn, it's lagging.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Okay. Wait, no, wrong one. Wrong one. 1 second.
God damn, it's lagging.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Who?
Yeah, here we are.
12, 13, 14, 15-year-olds can marry.
Yeah.
Take it easy, boys.
Later.
So yeah.
No, hang out for a minute. I just can't focus on that. I just keep the chat just keeps bringing shit up, and it's brutal. It just.
Wait, does he say something at the end? When
The
he's
whole
playing
night
with Chris?
because Thorn Jeff.
That's true.
Alright, later,
Oh
man.
wait, I just got silver off that.
No
I
way
did
he
it.
stops playing video games with his friends to because he's still getting pressed by chat and getting made fun of.
Yeah.
No way.
It's because you're still going, right?
I'll play a few more.
Take it easy, boys.
Later.
So yeah.
Bro. Oh.
No, hang out for a minute. I just can't focus on that. I just keep the chat just keeps bringing shit up, and it's brutal. It just I just won't understand it. I don't get it. How Sneako can say fucking 12, 13, 14, 15-year-olds can marry adults, and the thing that everyone sticks with is me saying that transitioning from a young age is fine, which I stand by, but people are construing it as me saying children can have their dick cut off if their parents consent to it, when Sneako is saying children can marry if their parents consent to it. Mine is a misunderstanding. His is a fundamental fucking belief, and I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. I really don't get it.
It's not just a misunderstanding. You were pushed into taking a crazy position because you wanted to save your optics.
I will
'cause
never
it was all you were
ever
thinking
fucking
about,
understand
clearly.
it. What a fucking awful day.
Dude. What?
No, it's not only Sneako fans. It's not. It's absolutely not. That's cope to say that. It's
What a fucked up day!
I wanted to talk to him because I'm always willing to talk to people I disagree with. Again, it was supposed to be a talk. He never said it was a stream or a debate. He just said to talk. And
I don't know what, if any, form of murder has, but, you know, there's a lot of fucked up shit that happens.
God! What a fucked up day!
What happened?
Debate on everything but the actual subject. And then you recorded it. He literally asked me to, but he streamed it. I wasn't going to record it. I left it entirely up to him. I thought it was just a conversation, because that's what it was put as. But I'm fine with him streaming it and everything too. It's whatever. That's okay. But I wasn't going into a debate. It was to talk to him about his...
Well, I was fine with him streaming it, but I didn't know he was streaming it. I wasn't going into a debate. It was meant to be a conversation. Dude, you got odd. You got raped, okay? Verbally, metaphorically.
Age of consent views on how 18 is bad. Like, how there shouldn't be an age of consent. It should be the age of marriage, which he defines loosely in a million different ways. Sometimes it's a 12-year-old. Sometimes it's a 18-year-old.
It wasn't loose. He said that the age of marriage is when the daughter is sexually mature and when the father consents. It wasn't vague. He was being very clear with what he was saying, actually. Oh, man. Kind of why you lost, Critical. Because he was willing to just stand on being pro-child marriage, I guess.
And I just keep seeing tweet after fucking tweet about it. Why are you okay with kids changing their sex? Brother, it is not an instant thing. As I've said, when you do a transition, that is years long of a commitment. So I'm not saying a kid needs to go get their dick cut off and that's great, pump my fist. That is a decision that can come way down the line when you are an adult to make a decision like that. But if you want to start that process, and you are well educated, you've gone to like specialists, therapists, your family, everyone, then that's fine. That's fine with me. That doesn't make me lose sleep. That's your decision to make. It's your fucking body.
Like, how can you keep saying it's your decision, it's your body? Dude, that does not make sense with your other positions. You can't keep saying that. The argument, if you want to argue for like the sex reassignment shit for like kids, you need to be saying basically something like, oh, it should be down to like a conversation with the doctor, because if the doctor deems that this will produce the best outcomes, then I shouldn't get in the way of the medical process, and it's a medical procedure, this is healthcare. That's the angle you have to take it down, because you can sort of, we do allow pretty often the subversion of a child's consent. I mean, we always, I'm gonna like, a kid can't just say, no, I don't want a fucking, I don't know, a transplant or some shit, right? The parents are gonna be like, no, you're getting the fucking transplant. And that's gonna be down to the doctor too. So that's the angle you need to attack it. That's the justification you need to be using, is the idea of it being healthcare and producing better outcomes, pull up a suicide statistics or some shit, all this sort of stuff. That's the route you need to be going down. You can't be saying, oh, it's their choice. It's their choice. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. You've already said that kids can't make decisions like this. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to have my appendix removed, doctor. Yeah, like, we don't allow kids to do this stuff. It's not their choice.
I'll take... That's fine to disagree with it. But my take is just not, you can get your dick cut off as a child. And that's great. That's not my take. My take is, if you want to start that process, you can start that process if you'd like to. And you have all of the tools at your disposal to give you the best information about it. And then when you get 18, you can make the next set of decisions. It's as simple as that. It's not cut a child's dick off because they said they want to right now. I just don't understand how that's the hot take and not 12-year-olds can marry adults. I don't get it. I don't. I truly don't. Like, I'm banging my fucking head against the wall because I don't get it.
Yeah, it's just like showing his whole thinking. It's like, wait, but his one was optically worse. But his one was optically worse. Why are people not talking about that one? Why do people care about that? Like, it's so pathetic, man.
It's like the only thing I can think about is how the fuck we've reached this point.
Just sitting here, wallowing, miserable, sad.
Yeah, I heard
I'll
Mr.
take
Beast
filling the
edited out the
chat.
Shad Man art. I saw.
What do you mean L take? What do you mean L take?
Children can't consent to getting a tattoo, but getting a gender. Brother, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the process of transitioning. You don't say that you want to transition and immediately get hormone blockers or your dick cut off. That's not how that works. You can point to fringe cases, I'm sure, with some really shady, evil people. Yes, I'm sure you can do that. But you can do that for everything.
Sneako would just make that same argument about the age of marriage thing, though. Sneako would be... In fact, he was making that same argument. He was saying, yeah, you can point to the one very rare bad father who's going to allow his daughter to be taken for a bunch of money before she's ready. But that's just very shady, evil people. You can say that about anything. Like, the same thing goes for what Sneako was arguing. It's just like he's totally... He has no way of combating it. It's insane.
To just like start talking about it, you mean? Yes. You can talk to your parents, you can talk to your provider, your therapist, you can get therapy, you can go through the process of making that decision. I thought that's what it was. I thought he was just speaking in hyperbole with the dick cutting off shit. I thought that's what we were talking about. And then if you decide that's the path you want to take, it is your body, you can do that. You can make that decision once you become of age to make a decision like that. I just don't understand how it got so muddled. Half of the fucking conversation was hyperbole, and apparently that one was literal. Or it's a very malicious attack on what I'm trying to say, or misunderstanding. I don't know. I don't know.
Dude.
Like, I don't know how else to illustrate it.
I'll just go and throw it.
I think most people know what you're saying, but just want a reaction. I don't think so. I don't think that's the case. I really don't. No, I just stopped playing Rivals because it's all I can fucking think about, man. It's a tier 1 rating. Actually, all I can think about. Because it doesn't stop. It's just... Since I read all of chat, I'm just constantly seeing it.
Dude, he's just...
I'm really...
Dude, just chill out and play your fucking video game for a bit.
Sorry to hear that, Lucas. I'd suggest talking to somebody about that. That's fucking terrible, but I'm wishing you the absolute best.
He's bug broken.
No, this is probably like the most frustrated I've been, like, since starting YouTube. It's so different.
What? What? Dude, this guy's been going for like 14 years. This is the worst week in his YouTube career. He lost an age of consent debate. Dude, Sneako won.
No, this is probably like the most frustrated I've been, like, since starting YouTube. It's so different. How it's always the most uncharitable interpretation of what you're saying. It's always the most extreme. MoistCritical thinks kids can get their dick cut off if their parents consent to it. Like, that's the shit that is spreading all over Twitter, and that's all I keep seeing in chat. And yet somehow...
Mad?
not a single person is talking about what I believe is the most concerning thing, which is an actual statement and an actual belief from Sneako that children can marry adults. 12 to 15-year-olds. He unironically used the word a 14-year-old adult. But no one says a fucking peep about it. It's instead twisting what I believe when it comes to transitioning. Both are bad. I don't see what's bad
such
when it
cope.
comes.
Like, it was pretty clear what Sneako was asking him, I feel like. He's just totally... and he doesn't even have a good, like, well-thought-out opinion now. He's like on his cope stream, there's plenty of time to think through it. Plenty of time to look stuff up, and he's still just, like, retarded and clueless. Like, oh, it's so embarrassing.
To transitioning. Both are bad. I don't see what's bad about mine. I truly don't. I'm not the most educated on trans topics. I fully admit to that. I'm absolutely not. This wasn't supposed to be a debate or anything, and I'm definitely not super educated on it.
What's wrong with saying that 9-year-olds have to get their dick
on it? But one thing I do know is that you do not just walk into a doctor, say, I'm feeling like this gender today, and then get your whole dick cut off. I know that. And I know they're not just going to immediately prescribe hormone blockers just because you go in and say something.
Yeah, I wouldn't make that definitive statement. Yeah, I wouldn't. They don't do that everywhere. But I think that probably happens, or closer, things that are closer to that happen a lot more often than you would like to think.
There's a whole process. And what I am saying is when you are young and considering something like that, you can do that. You can talk with your family, you can talk with therapists, doctors, whatever, and you can take in all...
If only Charlie had gone Tommy Robinson on this, a worse debate performance than Xander Hall versus Lauren Southern? Worse than Destiny versus John Tron?
It's in the same league. Destiny versus John Tron did so much damage to John Tron, so it's not really that. Xander Hall didn't really take much of a hit from a locked a lot. The John Tron took a massive hit because of stuff. It's probably in the middle between the two.
That information, understand all of it, and use that to make your decision down the line when you are at a point to do so. I just don't understand how it's gotten this fucking out of control and misconstrued. You said it's okay, that's the problem. What's okay? Starting that process? Like talking to people and getting things going? I don't see what the problem is there. So that way when you get to that point and you are of age to make a decision like that, you do? Like I don't get it. Again, I didn't expect a debate. It was supposed to just be a conversation, but I'm more than willing to talk about those things. I assumed it was understood what I was talking about. I don't know if it really genuinely wasn't, or what's gone wrong here.
Dude, you were being asked specific questions.
What is
he was like, dude, it's such insane cope. You shouldn't. He's just doing this shower argument shit. It's so gay.
Of age, an adult. That is the of age when you make a decision like that. But the process, I believe, you can start when you are not an adult. If this is something that you are considering and you want to get information about it from friends, family, doctors, therapists, that is all part of the process of transitioning. As I understand it, you can't just walk up to a general care provider, say, I want my dick gone, and they do it. You can't go in there and say, I'm ready to start right now, give me hormone blockers, and they prescribe it. That is not possible. There are, I'm sure, outlier cases where evil people have done that. But that is not what I am referring to. Like, I don't know how much... Like, I don't know how better to illustrate that. I've said it multiple times now. Because I guess it got really muddy in the discussion. I don't know. I thought it was hyperbole with him cutting the dick off statement. I should have picked up on him being literal for the first time in the whole conversation. And that is on me. That is my fault for not knowing he's talking literally. But that is like the whole crux of it.
Yeah, I don't know when Sneako wasn't being literal in that conversation. It was like, he was very direct about most things. When Charlie was obviously trying to trap him on like some insane age gap to make him say it on video, he would give sort of like a almost a deflective response, being like, "Oh, well, I believe just when someone reaches sexual maturity," you know, trying not to say just, "Yeah, I think that's fine," trying to avoid just saying that for the clip. But still, if you have your brain functioning, you can tell what he's saying. He's saying, "Yes, that would be fine. I'm fine with 12-year-olds fucking, 30-year-olds or whatever the fuck he was defending." But he was being pretty direct. It was all very literal. I don't think anyone had any confusion about what Sneako was saying. Sneako was saying you should be able to marry fucking 12-year-olds. And also, he was asking you, should 9-year-olds be able to cut their dicks off? That's why that was very like, do you think sex change surgery is okay for 9-year-olds? That's very clearly what's being asked there. I don't. Man, he's seething.
It's just been fucking miserable, man. Truly miserable. Here's resub audio. Tier 1 Ed. Here's resub Jake. Well, it's not just Twitter, man. I can't even turn on stream without it being an issue. Walking away from Twitter is not a hard thing to do. Contrary to popular belief, I'm not on Twitter much. I'm just not.
Oh, man.
But I can't stream without it being fucking regurgitated a million fucking times. And I love streaming. So that's something I can't avoid. And it really gets under my skin. It's a complete misconstruing of my beliefs. And attacking me for something that I don't even fucking believe. And it hurts. Like, it's really frustrating.
It's Muhammad Hijab as well, Max. Pretty sure I had a conversation with him about Aisha at one point.
I'm sorry, Lucas. I'm wishing you the best with it. How, you said yes. I thought he was talking about the general idea of transitioning, and he was using hyperbole. He did that the entire fucking conversation. So the one time he was literal is the one time I didn't expect.
Same person.
I didn't think he was talking literally. I thought he had an understanding of how transitioning works. I guess he doesn't. It's just I don't know what to, I don't know. Like, I just can't play a game without seeing a million fucking comments about it, so then it's all that I fucking think about during the game.
Right, it's just, he's traumatized. He can't enjoy anything. He's going through it. I can't focus on my video games.
I don't hate you, I just want you to know it's 16 to 23 in Florida. The argument didn't work. Well, the age of consent was 18 when I googled it, but even still, an adult fucking a 16-year-old's a bad thing. It's still just not a good thing, and I don't know why that's a debatable topic. I don't know how we've reached that fucking point. But yeah, I can't focus on anything else, so I'm probably just gonna call it a night. I was playing Rivals for a little bit. But I think I'm just gonna call it there.
Oh, Charlie.
Alright.
That's about it.
Take it easy. Have a good night. See ya.
That's about it. See ya. Charlie. No. It's over. Can't take the shit no more, man. Hearing offline does not fucking help it.